funniest pets and people. A bird rides south for the winter. A dog finds out he's got jury duty. A little boy puts his foot in his mouth. The real Lady and the Tramp. And what goes up must come down. So trot on over and get comfy.
It's the show that will have you sit,
Stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. You're about to laugh without breaking a sweat, because you'll be easily amused. Oswald was so excited to finally get his own office chair. Of course, being a cat, his only job was getting pampered, so he had to make sure it provided maximum 360-degree petting access. Hey, it's a tough job, okay? But he'll do it 24/7 to make sure it's done right. I don't want to say this bird is an aggressive driver, but it doesn't take much to get his feathers ruffled. And what really bothers him? Well, absent-minded pedestrians and obstacles that get in the way. Unless he just gets plain fed up and hops off to start walking. In which case, what bothers him are these dang aggressive drivers. This cat may be down in the workshop, but we don't think you can fix crazy leg with a screwdriver. But this is what happens when you sleep on a stereo speaker all day that's playing country and western line dancing music. Now, grab that doggy and swing him around. It's this birdie's birthday, and his friends got together and decided the funniest gag gift they could get him would be a 10-pound cat. But he's determined to unwrap his present. The question is, can he do it without looking a gift cat in the mouth? He's hanging in there. Maybe he shouldn't have listened to his mom's advice to always save the ribbon. Might try saving your neck, Birdie. All his life, Jasper had always wanted to somehow get himself on a Ferris wheel. And now that he had, he just didn't know how to get himself off. Come on now, this can't be that hard. He's seen the hamster do it about 1,000 times. Barney can't wait for the mail to come every single day. Jeez, talk about being upset you didn't win the publisher's giveaway. In hindsight, none of this would have started if his family hadn't signed up for the Bacon of the Month Club. When you have so many candles on your cake, it looks like a prairie fire. I don't know if you really feel like celebrating.
Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
And she's having a pretty tough time blowing him out. Well, maybe if her friends got together and bought her a treadmill, it might help her with that wind resistance. Hot chocolate cake. And now some naturally hysterical clips. It's the great outdoors. Wow, talk about your dog and pony show. Actually, things work out great on this farm because the dog feels good about helping run the horse, and the horse thinks he's walking the dog. Great job, fellas! This week on Cold Case, Canine Division. Detective Ruffles digs deep into a lead that brings him face to face with some cold, hard facts. Know what I mean? This summer, little Oliver is learning an important lesson about conservation and recycling. That tennis shoes filled with pond water make great bath toys. But lousy drinking cups. This dog doesn't quite understand the concept of a trampoline. See, he's using it to bounce from underneath. But you don't need a tramp to bounce down. Gravity takes care of that for you, right? Though this may explain why he uses the swing set to go sideways. You know, there are some rules for the playground. Merry-go-rounds are fun, mud puddles are fun, but merry-go-rounds over mud puddles are not fun. Finally, he picks up his shoe and concentrates on getting his shoe back on. But you have to remember to keep your eyes open, Junior, because a ride like this always gets the last go-round. Everyone in the stadium loves to cheer the coolest jumper, but not the clumsiest one. Yeah, I can see my house from here. Ow! Now, old Zach doesn't really know why they bought this crazy dirt-throwing machine, but man, he's thrilled. Finally, a way to get muddy without an ounce of effort. Of course, it is making his doggy's schedule much busier because he used to be able to multitask and get dirty. But now he's got to find a whole separate part of his day to bury bones and dig up the rose bushes. Coming up, a dog goes bowling. And Lord of the Dunce. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. These next clips will really wind you up. It's toys.
Go get the stick. Down there, get the stick.
We think it was Teddy Roosevelt who once said, "Walk goofy and carry a big stick." But the dog is doing his best to fetch for his owner, and he's not doing too badly. As long as he doesn't try to bury that thing. From the way that buffalo is banging around that 200-pound tire, I guess you really could call him the Lord of the Rings, couldn't you? But if you're wondering why he's playing with a tire, actually, for an animal this size, that's kind of like a hula hoop. But you know what? If he wants to wear a Hawaiian shirt too, we're talking quadruple extra extra large. Don ho 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 ho. This kitty has been playing with that soda bottle for 3 hours now. And you can only imagine how long he would go if he actually drank all that soda. But he's pretty happy because when he ordered something to drink, he wanted it to come as a bottomless beverage, just like the rest of us. You know, when you're 20, a spectacular New Year's Eve is a night in Times Square with your buddies celebrating till dawn, right? However, when you're 40, It's a night in, with 3 kids dancing on the furniture and a dog bagging around a balloon. All ending at 9:30 sharp. Now, why is it, again, that kids are so anxious to grow up? Okay, folks, this is why they call it a dog's life. And if he seems to be a pampered pooch out here on a chaise lounge with his favorite tunes catching the rays, it's just because of who he is. Oh, no, he's not Paris Hilton's doggy or Matt Damon's poochie. He's number 56 of the 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, it's her little nose. Isn't she cute? I told you Mommy was gonna have.
Wendy loves her little sister. Her little nose, her little ears, her little face, and her little tummy. But not her little diaper.
I think somebody has stinky pants.
Get ready to double the laughs. It's Funniest Pets and People. Rewind. Tiger's new activity center was so deluxe, she didn't know where to begin.
Oh, so many new things to attack. Purple and red. Oh, I got you red. But wait, green. Oh, sneak attack. And scratching post. Now, red again. Gotta figure out where to start. First, scratching post, then green.
Oh, yeah, this is one kitty who doesn't need catnip. Tired of mowing your lawn? Get the new automatic lawn mowing Woofa by Grenco. Woofa mows your lawn till every last blade is cut or till it's dinner time. Woofa! Liver treat fuel packs not included. Ken is the best player in the club with the biggest ego to boot, which may explain why no one bothered to tell him the sprinkler schedule. This rabbit wants to save this newspaper, but she's having a tough time lifting it up. And the reason she wants to save it and why it's too heavy to lift are one and the same. It has all 27 birth announcement for her last litter of bunnies. This man is doing a symbolic dance to bring rain for his crops. This part means, let skies open up. And this part means, call a chiropractor. From this early audition tape, we think we're going to skip the new series, American Yodel. Although the truth is, with that sweet face and those sleepy eyes, we could be looking at our next small-town superstar, people.
Cheddar's a good singer, too.
These brothers were in an all-night study session for their big exam when the light broke. So they tried to fix it themselves, and, well, the results seemed kind of iffy. Cooper is bringing a gift to his new cat friend. But the new cat seems to be mostly ignoring Cooper and giving him the cold shoulder. Yeah, kind of hurts when you get a taste of your own medicine, doesn't it, Cooper? It's Nadia's first birthday, and she's so very excited. Well, not to get older, to finally have some teeth to eat cake with. And she's enjoying it. Look at how blissful she is. Though that's mostly because she hasn't found out the bad news yet. Birthdays only come once a year, sweetie. Everyone loves the new Tickle Me Polly. The problem is, when you try to sell one and you touch it, it won't stop laughing. So you better plan on picking up 30 sets of D-cells with that thing, because you're going to need them. Oh, and you might as well pick up some earplugs while you're at it. Coming up, Rover meets the vacuum. And a parrot meets a faucet. When we return, the funniest pets and people. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. Forget singing in the rain. Try laughing. It's Waterworks. They say cats are very clean animals, but this is the first one we've ever seen that wants to go all the way. Although the truth is, what got him here in the first place was a desire to get that rubber ducky. But if cats really do love to clean up after themselves, let's see if he sticks around to get all that hair out of the drain. Sure, dogs can swim, but ever since they came out with these neoprene waterproof beef jerky containers, now it seems they can deep sea dive. Butch doesn't want to complain, but he's finding this beef gravy a little on the thin side. Actually, he's a pup, and he doesn't realize he has a separate water bowl, which might explain why this morning he tried to drink a bowl of kibble. When you're a modern budgie on the go, you don't have time for a leisurely bird bath. No, in this fast-paced world, it's time to get with the program and try out the newfangled bird shower. And if you're really pressed for time, then lather, rinse, and don't repeat. Ah, sweet memories. It was only last fall that Caroline was bobbing for apples in this very bucket. And now the spring has come and we must move on. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, and I will not cry.
I still can't see anything.
This woman is trying to use the video camera for the first time without reading the instructions. She's doing a pretty good job of videotaping herself not knowing what she's doing. But on the bright side, one day when the couple is old and gray, they can look back at this video and remember what pine needles looked like.
It's recorded. You handed it to me backwards.
Oh, you stepped on my foot.
Hey, put down that mop and let's squeeze out some laughs instead. It's chore time. Wow, that must be one powerful vacuum cleaner. And this little pooch is taking his time. But not because he loves being clean. No, he just figures if he goes on long enough, it'll burn out the motor. Wally is trying to make his own bed, but it's not turning out all that well. There goes that housekeeping job in the 4-star hotel he was dreaming about. Actually, now he's kind of starting to get it, and how do you like that? Turns out he's not neat and clean. He's just camera shy. Coming up, a canine brushes his canines. When we return to Funniest Pets and People. Welcome back to Funniest Pets and People. This pooch has mixed feelings about getting his teeth brushed. On one hand, he likes all the special attention. On the other hand, those are perfectly good bits of beef and kibble going right down the drain. No one's happier than the cat. Because when you're at eye level with a dog, it's great for doggy breath to be a thing of the past. See you next time.